Hi, good evening, all of you. Hope you are able to view me. Hope I am audible to all of you. You are able to view the screen. Please put your comment that yes, I am audible and you are able to view me, and the connection is restored with all of you. If possible, please put the comment in the chat box so that I will come to know. Okay. So good evening all of you once again, and today our topic of a discussion is building the quality culture. So a brief about me. My name is Hitendra Kumar Shah. I am a CGMP compliance consultant, trainer and auditor from NADH plus GXP compliance services. Today we will discuss about the building the quality culture. Every Saturday we are coming here at exactly this time to discuss different quality aspects, and now I have started the discussion on every Wednesday also at the same time, that is 20 hours as per Indian time, or 8 p.m. as per Indian time. So we selected today this topic as a building the quality culture, but before starting I am just introducing, but meantime I request all people to please put a comment in the chat box if everything is okay. So meantime I will just go ahead with some brief introduction and discussion in the next slides. Okay, so the point here is why it is required to have the discussion on building the quality culture. Till date nobody was discussing about the building the quality culture. Everybody was only focused on the GMP, data integrity and all requirements. Now suddenly how this quality culture requirement come into the picture, that is what we are going to discuss today. So please confirm once I am audible to all of you. Please confirm in the chat box. Okay, that I can start the training discussion. So what we are going to discuss, basically our today's training agenda is very short. So brief introduction about the concept, know your trainer, quality culture, what is the quality culture and what is the expectation of guidelines. Basically, guideline also expect this quality culture requirement, that we will discuss. Specifically we will focus on UGMP, US FDA and PICS guideline. Of course there are some other guidelines also, but as we have a very short time and this training session actually requires 2 complete days to discuss the complete thing, but as we have a short period, just within 1 hour or 1 hour 15 minutes we need to close this training session. So I collected a small information to make you aware about the quality culture. Then after that everybody is telling that okay, quality culture development is important and all, and additionally at the same time I have put the poll about whether your organization is having the quality culture or not, yes or no. So you can give your votes just for my information and be transparent, because let me tell you that whoever is putting the comment or whoever putting the vote, sorry, poll, the identity will not be getting disclosed, because I will also not come to know that who has given what vote. I will only get the final answer that how many are with the yes and how many are with the no, just to make aware about that. So many people discuss about that, the quality culture, but the question is how we can develop the quality culture. So that is the reason I thought that let us start our short discussion, maybe about 1 and 1.25 hours discussion, and in that I collected some 21 steps, not 1, 2, 3, 4, but total 21 steps to discuss about developing the quality culture. After that, based on all that each 21 steps discussion, we will have some key message and then the question answer session. So that is the reason the today's agenda content will be very small, because there are 21 steps. So already the 21 slides will be there for the each step. You got my point. And plus the quality guideline requirements like UGMP, US FDA, PICS. So again these guidelines requirement, again there will be some slides. So that is the reason, to cover up in just 1 hour, I think this much agenda I feel it is suitable. So that is the reason I put only this training agenda. So I think many people join, but nobody has put the comment that whether I am audible, whether your screen is visible to all of you, and whether you are able to view me. So please put your comment in the chat box so that I will come to know. Okay, otherwise I will go on discussing, and then I will at the end we will come to know that some voice problem was there, or you are not able to see the screens and all, so that may be the problem. So now we will discuss about the introduction about the trainer, like miss the brief about me. Meantime, you can just put the comment in the chat box. So why I'm putting these slides? Always I tell you, because many companies consider this training session as a external training record in their company as a GMP requirement. So they need a CV of the trainer in the training record. So that is the reason I am putting this my short CV, so that you can produce this training session as the external training. Okay. So my name is Hitendra Kumar Shah. I am a CGMP compliance consultant, trainer and auditor from NDH plus GP compliance services. This is a brief about my CV. I don't want to more discuss about that, but I just want to tell you that I have audited more than 500 sites. I am supporting so many companies for FDA and EU GMP remediations and even the certification also. And we are providing the support unless and until the company get the accreditation, like they get the certification, or in case of USFDA they get the EIR. Up to that period, we are supporting completely to the pharmaceutical companies, and till date there is a record that whatever we supported the companies, not a single company, not a single pharmaceutical organization got the warning letter. So this is our record, and that I'm just sharing with you. And this is my major work experience. I started my career with Sun Pharma, then I work in Blue Cross Laboratories, I work in Alembic, I work in US Vitamins, I work in Zydus Cadila in Ahmedabad plant. Then in multinational also I work, where it includes the AstraZeneca, Sanofi, Mylan. These are some multinationals I work. And since last about 5.5 years, I am an independent CGMP compliance consultant, trainer and auditor from NADH plus GXP compliance services. So this is just a disclaimer that please understand whatever I have collected, this information is for your learning purpose. If you want to implement, you have to refer the current guidelines and current expectation by the regulatory agencies. Okay, please consider this as a only learning purpose. So that is the reason I just disclaimer. Now the first point with respect to our today's discussion is the guideline requirement. But before that, I just want to ensure whether I am audible to all of you and all. Yes, I think I got the communication that means yes, Mr. Raju, Mr. Prashant, that confirmation is from your confirmation. It is perfect. Thank you so much. Now I am audible to all of you, and you are able to view the screen, and everything is perfect. So let us start on our actual today's topic of a discussion, that is the guideline requirements on the quality culture basically. So what are the expectations of the US FDA? So please remember, whatever requirements are there, I directly take from the guideline and put here to make you aware that what is the expectation by the guidelines. Okay, I even not change any wordings, or even not change any anything in the content. Just exactly from the guideline I took it to make you aware that what are the exact expectation of the different guidelines. So it is a role of management with executive responsibility to create a quality culture. So first very important point is, everybody expects that the management is responsible to create a quality culture where employees understand that data integrity is an organizational core value, and employees are encouraged to identify and promptly report data integrity issues. In the absence of management support of a quality culture, quality systems can break down and lead to CGMP non-compliances. So if any company gets the warning letter, it indicates that there is a lack of management support. Please understand this thing. That is the reason I just copied and pasted from the guidelines. Okay. In absence of management support of a quality culture, quality systems can break down and lead to CGMP non-compliance. Clear cut is the responsibility of a management. Okay, but is it only the management responsibility, or the head or the boss? That is what we are going to discuss in the next slides. So but this is what the FDA requirement. There are some MHRA requirements also on this topic. So what is the MHRA expectation? The organizational culture should ensure data is complete, consistent and accurate in all its forms, that is paper and electronic. Correct? Hope you are aware about the data integrity requirements, Alcoa Plus and all, right? The impact of organizational culture, the behavior driven by performance indicators, objectives and senior management behavior on the success of a data governance measure should not be underestimated. So again here, as per MHRA, the focus is with respect to the senior management. Please understand this. So they focus on organizational culture, behavioral driven by performance indicators, objectives and senior management behavior on the success of data governance measures. These points we should not forget, or we should focus while discussing on the organizational culture, or the specifically focus on the quality culture. This is a requirement. And now PICS is very clear. Okay, MHRA and USFDA, there are only the brief about the quality culture requirements and all. But if you go through the PICS guideline, you will come to know that lot of requirements are there with respect to the with respect to the quality culture requirements. So what are these requirements? So that these all requirements we will discuss now. Okay. Management should aim to create a work environment that is quality culture. Again, these requirements are exactly from the guideline. Okay, I have not made any change. That is transparent and open, one in which personnel are encouraged to freely communicate failures and mistakes, including potential data reliability issues, so that corrective and preventive actions can be taken. Organizational reporting structure should permit the information flow between personnel at all levels. So here the very important thing that the company should have the open culture, transparent culture, so that if any mistakes or failures are there, people should be motivated to escalate these errors instead of hiding the errors, because most of the problem happen due to the hiding of the error and not escalating the errors. And why the people hide the errors? The reason is there may be possibility that the culture of the organization may not be good. If the culture of the organization is like a hire and fire like, so the people will have the tendency to hide the problems or hide the failures, because the management is not actually supporting them in escalating the problems. And they know that if any problem is shared, the management will take the action against them. So due to the fear, the people will not communicate the failures and mistakes, and which can lead to the hiding of the mistake. And if the mistakes or errors are hid in future, that errors will become a very big or very large way, and it can lead to a big failure. So that is the reason this is the exactly requirement of the PICS guideline. It is the collection of the values, beliefs, thinking and behaviors demonstrated consistently by management team leaders, quality personnel and all personnel that contribute to creating a quality culture to assure data quality and integrity. So not only the management, because management is not daily coming in the office. The top management is not coming daily in the office. So management responsibility is whether the quality culture is maintained in the plant, in the organization or not. That is the management responsibility. But the people working over there, like the team leaders or the quality heads, quality people, or all the people who are in the head position, whether they are contributing to creating the quality culture or not. That is what the expectation here. Hope I am very clear with respect to the PICS requirement. The requirements are very clear and loud. That is the things. And now what are the management role here? So management can foster the quality culture. So how the management can foster or develop the quality culture? So there are some points are given by PICS guideline. So that is the reason I am sharing it here with you. Ensuring awareness and understanding of expectations, code of values, ethics, code of conduct, etc. So management responsibility is that every organization should be aware about what are the values of the company, what is the ethics and code of conduct policies, etc. Even the quality policy, if you see, there is a requirement that it should be communicated to all the employees. But as I told you that I have audited more than 500 sites, and on the basis of that I come to know that most of the companies fail to comply this requirement. The policies are not escalated to the all the people. Second point with respect to the management is leading by example. Management should demonstrate the behavior they expect to see. This is very important thing, basically what happened, the management people will come in the meeting and they will say that we have a finance constraint, we don't have money and all, so many big lectures will be there, and immediately after maybe 10-15 minutes you will come to know that the top management people or top management is going for the tour and by spending a lot of money. So if you consider that, because this is what the practical example I have faced, when I was working, my management was discussing about all the things and all, and when I come to the desk, I come to know by mistake the travel agent send tickets and all information to me instead of sending to my boss, and I come to know that that much of cost was spent on travel and all with the enjoyment. I agree that enjoyment should be there, but not at the cost of the quality to be implemented in the organization. If something is required to be implemented in the plant, in the company, then that should be given on the priority basis. That is what my point is. Okay. Being accountable for actions and decisions, particularly delegated activities. So here very important point is the responsibilities. When we discuss about the job responsibility, it is a requirement of the guideline, but the point here expectation is about the accountability. So you have to develop the accountability in the organizations. Staying continuously and actively involved in the operations of the business. So the management should be continuously active and participate in the actual operations of the business. Now that is the micromanagement expectation, but involvement in the business is the key point. Next point with respect to the management requirement is setting realistic expectations, considering the limitations that place pressure on employees. So the management should not put more pressure on the employees. The management should understand the the capacity of the machines, capacity of the instruments, and based on that they should put the realistic expectation. Hope you got my point. In one of the company, there was a discussion was going on, and management was forcing that if you are getting the sample in the night, why can't you release in the morning? But the poor quality laboratory guy was explaining that in this product there is a lot of tests are there, like potency or assay, content uniformity, dissolution test, related substances test, and all these tests are having a different methods, and we have only one HPLC. All tests are on HPLC. How it is possible to complete all the tests by the tomorrow or by the next morning? So this should not happen. This is what my point is. So you should not pressurize. Okay, you can follow up, but you should not pressurize by putting the unrealistic expectations. If you put the unrealistic expectations, then people will start doing the shortcuts, start following shortcuts, and can lead to the data integrity. So this is not a good for the developing the quality culture as a long run for the organization. If you have any questions, you can put in the chat box so that I will respond to your questions at the end. Okay. Allocating appropriate technical and personal resources to meet operational requirements and expectations. So whatever resources are required, that management should provide. So once management come to know that, oh, you have only one HPLC instrument and our products are most are on HPLC, then management should think about investing in another HPLC or multiple HPLC instruments. So that way the management should focus on resources. Implementing fair and just consequences and rewards that promote good cultural attitude towards ensuring data integrity. So management should implement some reward system or promoting the good culture in the company. Being aware of regulatory trends to apply lessons learned to the organizations. This is also very good point. From the regulatory trends, the management should maybe internal or even from the external experts, so that the due to from the trainings, some regulatory trends can be discussed. What are the lessons from the different organizations where they got the non-conformity observations, that can be discussed, and that can be escalated to the all levels of the all the people. So these are some guideline expectations. Hope these expectations are clear to all of you. And now we will discuss about how practically we can implement the quality culture in the pharmaceuticals. There is a 21 step approach. Okay. So again, I am requesting, if you have any question, please put your question in the chat box, and also you can put the vote whether your organization or your company is having quality culture. Remember that whatever you will put the vote here, we will not come to know about your company. So be transparent and put your vote. That's it. It is just for information. I will also get only the information about how many people gave the rating to yes and how many people gave rating to no. That's it. Okay. Nothing else. Nothing other than that. So the first point. So there are 21 steps. Please remember this. Huh? And now we will move as quickly on the each step. The first is make everyone accountable. So whatever I collected, all 21 steps based on the guideline requirements, I thought that these steps are required to develop the good quality culture, and that is the reason I thought to put here. So hope you understood the meaning of this. You can go through the slides and all. I will not read all the complete slides, but the point is make everyone accountable. Yes, responsibility is something, the job responsibility should be clear and everything is requirement as per GMP, but at the same time you should make the people own, or you should develop the ownership in the organization. That is called accountable. The people should be accountable for the particular task, so that they will come to know that what is expected from that person. Job responsibility is only to performing the activity, but the accountability is whether the activity is in line with the requirement, whether the activity is in line with the GMP requirement, and whether within the time period or not. Everything, that means the person will be the owner of that activity. That is called the accountability. Hope you understand the difference between the job responsibility and accountability. So you have to make the people accountable. In most of the company, they have the practice. What the companies do, they allocate the equipments in the manufacturing. Like this machine is that operator will be completely responsible for cleaning, operation, maintaining the records, ensuring whether the maintenance, preventive maintenance are done, some replacements, oil replacement, whatever is required is done as per the expected procedure requirements or not. They are the owner of that. That's the thing. Same way, this can be implemented in quality control, and that way the people are implementing the or accountability, making the people accountable. Okay. Basically, this is basically for the empowerment of the people, so that they will have some ownership with respect to the activities. That is called accountability. Hope you got my point. Accountable. Okay. The second point is avoid micromanagement. Some bosses have the habit, if some some testing responsibility is given to the analyst. So within just 5 minutes they will check. Yeah, you take the sample or not. Okay, sample preparation is done or not. Okay, sonication is done or not. Weighing is done or not. My dear friend, why it is required to do the micromanagement? So please avoid the micromanagement. Otherwise, what happens? The people will lost the creativity. Everybody will lost the creativity, and they will feel that I am not responsible to this activity. This my boss is responsible. So that is the reason he is continuously focusing on me. Understand this message. So automatically, even the accountability also will get lost. So people will work just like, I am responsible to do this activity, so let's do the activity and go. Attitude of the people will also go down. So please avoid the micromanagement, okay? Different style, working style is different. Maybe, like somebody, will prepare the sequence first, or somebody will do the weighing first and they put sonication at the same time. It is getting sonicated. It takes 10 to 15 minutes for sonication. During that period, somebody will prepare the sequence in the HPLC. So, everybody is having a different style. Basically, everybody should follow the written procedure, but how you need to follow with respect to the different styles are there, let them follow, let them have a different style. You cannot bulldoze your own style for that particular people. Otherwise, they will lose their creativity and they will even not take the accountability of the activity. So that is the reason. Please avoid the micromanagement to develop the quality culture. This point. If you need chance, again I am requesting all of you to put in the box so that I can discuss this point. Okay. Third point is work agile. Now this is something different, concept about the agile. What is the exact meaning of the agile? Small teams of employees plan a sprint or race of what they will work on over the next week or fortnight, allowing some spare time for tasks which arise. What happened in all organizations, there are some small teams are there, right? Like for example, if let us say the example in a quality control laboratory, let us take example of quality control laboratory. There is a team of a raw material section, there is a team of a stability section, there is a team of a finished product section, there is a team of a good laboratory practices GLP section. Same in a quality assurance also, same in a production also, same in engineering, same in a warehouse. So teams are involved. So what happened? You have to create an agile approach that one thing is dependent on another one. You make that approach. For example, you tell your production guy that if you want this raw material, please be connected to your quality control person who is responsible for testing. Same way, you inform your quality control person that be in touch with the another sprint or the team or race about from the warehouse, that they will ensure that all their receipt documentation and everything is done and they are ready, and they give the documentation so that you can do the sampling. So you make the team in a sequence so that one team will depend on another team will depend on another. So what happened? All the wheels should work. Just like in a bicycle, the one wheel is there. If that one wheel is working, the gearbox, not in the bicycle, the gearbox. One gearbox will be working, the other gearbox will also work. So that is called the agile work. Hope you got my point. The method reduces the need for endless meeting. So due to that, what happened? Everybody is having a task. The production person is having a task to manufacture the product. So it is not required to have a meeting. Once manufacturing plan is given, the production person will take the document and they will come to know that this material I want. So next day I want the quality control concern team that hey my dear friend, whether are you going to release this one raw material tomorrow, because I want this material tomorrow in the morning. You got my point. So same way, if then the QC person told that yes, but I have not received the goods receipt note from the warehouse, immediately the QC person will speak to the warehouse person team that hey, this material is I need to do the site today only because tomorrow I need to use this material. So please give me the your documentation, complete the documentation, and give me the good receipt note now, so that I can do the sampling now and I can start testing today, so that tomorrow I can release the batch. So there are different teams. One team is about the warehouse, one team about the QC, another team is about the production. So that way the approach should be followed. So it is not required to do the meetings. Otherwise what happen in the meeting, everybody will come to know, then people will discuss, sir, but I want this material is not released by the quality control. The quality control person will tell, I don't have the receipt documentation or receipt communication from the warehouse, and that way there will be the blame game will start. Ultimately it will compromise on the quality culture. The team can keep an eye on how well they can have the meeting the objectives and all, that way can have the approach. Next point is regularly give employees insights into other goals. Now what happened? See, we all are employees, and when we work in any department, any organization, what happened? Sometimes the work becomes the monotonous, and when the work becomes monotonous, we may not able to focus on this because we feel that it is a normal thing I am doing daily. So the point here is, don't make the people the job as the monotonous. If you feel you can have some different strategies to change the responsibilities. If the some tasks are not socialized, you can allot some other tasks to the people, so that they will try to learn something, and so they will have some more learning, and the people will be always being motivated that yes, I am getting learning here, lot learning here. Yesterday, since last 2 months I am working, and now I am having this responsibility, additional responsibilities and all. So that way you can give some insights on their roles. Hope you got my point. Some companies, they have very very good practices, like they what they do, I told some companies, suppose a fresher person is joining in the quality control lab. So after training, the fresher will be trained on the instrument of, like for example, FTIR only, and the responsibility of the person will only perform the IR test. That's it, for 1 month continuously. So whoever is testing the raw material or the finished product or whatever, in their specification, if FTIR test is there, they will give the sample to that person, and only the FTIR test will be performed by only that person for 1 month. So after that 1 month, the person will be trained on the another instrument, and then the same practice will be followed. So that way you can just think of that people will again get good and see, learning and motivation should be on a continuous basis. It is not like that we did some learning today, you motivated, so that is done. It is like, it should be a continuous basis basically. Please understand this. Fifth very important point is the training. Provide training, because everyone is having some dream. Everyone wants to become, suppose if I am a trainee, I want to become a team leader in future. If I am working as a team leader, I want to become the manager in future. So if I am just doing the working daily, I am just doing my job and I am not getting any training, then automatically the people will feel that they are not getting any, they are not getting, and they may even try to some opportunities to learn outside, and they may move out the company. This is what happens. I will give an example. A couple of days before, one person contacted me, and he told that, sir, I also wanted to involve in the training purpose of training, and I also want to conduct the learning training sessions and all. How to do that? I told that you start taking the training in your organization. First you should try the conducting the training in your organization. And he simply told that, sir, but is not much interested in a training. In the organization, if somebody arrange the training also, the people will feel that, and if some attender come for attending the training, there is a culture that people will look these people who are attending the training like, they don't have the work, so they come for the training. This type of some company have the culture. So you have to change that culture. Management need to look into this approach. Even the leaders, quality leaders and the production heads and other department heads should look into this type of the cultures. Employees keen to use their newfound skills and apply their knowledge to the new task, adding further value to their role at the company. Employees also feel more well disposed and grateful to the company, because what happen, if any company is arranging the external trainings and all, we are also conducting a lot of external trainings to the many companies, many organizations. Really, you can say cost effective, and in the small cost and the training. So that is the reason I also prefer in-house trainings. The reason is we can discuss actual company based examples and all. That is the reason I also prefer the in-house trainings. And the people working over there, they get motivated. Yes, the management is putting the effort to upgrade us. So they are hiring from the external agency, and the external trainings are getting conducted. So to build a quality consciousness and a quality culture, the training plays a very important role. The next point number 6 is set the reality target. This is also a very, 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 the important thing with respect to developing the quality culture. I have seen in where the material was not reached in the site, the company management calls the quality control person and inform him that the material is on the way. Material will reach to the factory at in next 4 hours, and he needs the material to be released immediately so that manufacturing can be started with the material. Can you believe on this? If you are working in such a culture, sorry to say, but you don't have the quality culture. See, I am not against the productivity and all. Productivity is required, expected, but at the same time not at the cost of the quality. Everyone should understand some realistic timelines, how much time is required to do the activities. Sometimes what happens at the month end, in the month end, or at the now in most of the companies in India, that is the March month end is the financial year end. So what happened at the end of the March month, top lots will get released. So when I'm doing the audits, specifically I'm asking the release of a last 2 days release in the month of March. How many batches are released? And I am selecting one of the batch from there. Definitely you will get some data integrity issue, or definitely you will get some serious non-conformity from this last 2 days release. Please understand this, because they have the last week of this. And if you stage the people, no, you have to do, you pressurize the things and all, then people will get unproductive. They will start developing the shortcut bits and all. Please understand this. So these points these are very important to share all of you, and that is the reason I am sharing to all. But I tell you that if you are interested, if you are interested in a training presentation, you please put the comment in the chat box. I will share a link to download the training presentation, because after the training, after 1 week or 1 month, people go through the training session and they ask the training material. So my dear friend, if you are attending on every Saturday at exactly 20 hours or at 8 p.m., I am live connecting to all of you. Sorry. So you know, so please understand this. Sorry. Hope my voice is clear. You can just put the comment. Sometimes what happened, due to the network failure also, the voice may be the problem. So please, somebody put a comment whether the voice is clear or not. Okay. Don't keep employees chained to their desk. This is also the problem I found in most of the pharma companies. There are the different departments, like mostly what happened, the IPQC department, who is the department who is the people working in the shop floor. Okay. And then is the one department who is involved in the documentation. So they may be in the validation qualification team, they may be in a quality QMS department and all. So one is the documentation department and one is the shop floor department. So what is expected by most of the bosses, that if somebody is in the documentation department, he or she should be always continuously in front of the computer. This is not the good habit. You are developing the wrong culture, my dear friend. Please understand this. Because what happened, the people will feel the fatigue after continuously working in front of the computer. So they need to just have some time, maybe frequent breaks, maybe half an hour, or in the half an hour, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, once in a 30-40 minutes, maybe 5 minutes break or 2 minutes break, to interact with the people and how is going on, how is there and all. That is natural. I have seen many companies, if they want to discuss with the neighbor person or some other colleague, they will look behind whether my boss is there or not, and then they will speak to their colleagues. Why this is so? If you develop this type of practice, then the people will lose their attitude, right attitude. Please understand this. And second thing is, of course, I have written in the slide that the people will feel ill or they get fatigued, their productivity will also get lost, and even due to the stressful activity, they may go for a lot of leaves and all. They may not like to come in the office. So many problems. Please understand this. So many companies now, even they are have the different breaks in between. They have the tea coffee machine, so after 30-40 minutes somebody can go, they can have some tea, and while taking the tea sip, they can start working. So what happens when you are taking some one sip, you just take some small break, maybe 10 minutes, 10-second or 5-second break of a tea or coffee, and you can start working. So that type of cultures are getting developed in most of the companies. Even most of the company, they give the membership to the gym and all. So now there are some improvements are going on, but please understand the quality culture perspective, that don't lock the people with the computers. Don't keep the employees chained to their desk. That is what the expectation is of the slide. It is clear to all of you? Yeah. The next step is recognize and encourage employees' good work. Yes, perfect. I have seen some management, seen some people, what happened? I discussed with some management also, some management people. I discussed that you have to encourage the people, you have to give some recognition, awards. But they tell that if we give recognition at all, then the people will demand the very high increment, that I have got a recognition and all, and your increment and all. My dear friend, I told that, see, if somebody is doing good, it should be recognized. How you recognize it, it depends on you. You give increment, you give some special awards, you give some cash awards, you send to other country for some training, or you can send a person in the same city for some external trainings. You decide, you promote the person, you give some certification and celebrate too with the all people. You decide, my dear friend. I am not telling that give the increment or you only give to promotions and all, but recognition is very, very important. Please understand this. So this is what the point, I think, message is loud and clear. Next slide is with respect to the regular breaks. I also agree, that regular breaks are there. Now you know that there is a guideline requirement, that in the requirement, if you need a copy of the PPT, please put comment in the comment section. I will not give in some different tools. Please understand this. While discussion, you have to put the comment in the chat box if you want the PPT. Okay. And that also I will able to give the PPT only during the live session, not after 1 month or 2 months. So when you are going through this training, please check the date. If it is a online training, then request the training, because that time I will have the PPT. After 1 month, what happen? I will have a link, that link will get expire. So even I will not able to download the training presentation. So how I can share the link to you? Hope you understand the things, right? So what I was telling about the enforce regular breaks. So the next point is with respect to the enforce regular breaks. So you know that most of the guideline, it is mentioned that the people who are doing the inspection of the tablet, inspection of the injectable products and all, who is involved in the inspection, so they should have the regular breaks. This is the requirement. Same regular breaks the people who are continuously in front of the computer. Same type of breaks are required for the people who are continuously doing the review. Please understand this point. So you can do whatever, like the people can after the lunch they can take a round to the company. It takes maybe 5-10 minutes to just get the fresh air, because in the company everybody is in the closed one area and all, so they can reduce the stress, they can take a walk. But some companies, they also have that questions, why the people are taking walk. It takes 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and most of the company people are working extra 1 hour, 2 hours extra. But by giving this period, try to understand, their productivity will increase, their thought level will increase. Otherwise what happen, if you give me this many of documents to review and I am just continuously reviewing, whether my efficiency will be continuously same? Answer will be no. Same is applicable for any activity whatever I am performing, maybe testing, maybe in a warehouse activity, maybe in the production, maybe in a shop floor. So that is the reason. In other countries, in some companies, I have seen in other countries that after lunch even they have the break for sleep. So people will have the 30 minutes afternoon nap time. Please understand this. Why they have this? They don't have work to do. They are not bothered about the quality. They are not bothered about productivity. They are bothered, but they know the value of that. If you give the half an hour extra in the afternoon for getting relaxed, then whatever the person was having the energy level in the morning, same energy level the person will have, and then with the same energy level person will put the focus on the work, and that way your work level or the documentation generated or the documentation reviewed or the operations are carried out with the great focus on quality as well as productivity. Please understand this. See, whatever I collected this or I have seen based on that. You know, I have seen in some companies, and based on that, I collected this points, and also I collected some points from the internet. Ensure people enjoy their work. Yes, I always believe on this, and the people who were working with me, they will come to know this very well. So how you make them enjoy? It is not like that enjoying the work, that means they should do the party of work and all. No, enjoy the work means they should feel that they are working for them. So they should feel some excitement while working. Yes, I am doing this. Suppose a target is given that is speak with the people about check the kappa effectiveness of these 10 kappas. And if you come to know that yes, all 10 kappa are effective, yes, everyone should celebrate it. So that way you can develop the culture to enjoy the work. If you don't develop this work to enjoy the work, let me tell you, my friend, people will not like to come to office. Then what happens? People will only come to office just to get the money. That's it. They will lose enthusiasm. They will lose energy. They will lose motivation. Even they will not take an interest in training. Please understand this. So that type of culture you should develop. I remember, when I was working in the one of the company, I used to take the people for doing some, the outside party in the evening to build the team. That is also the one of the point in the last of this presentation, because we have to understand somebody's achievements, and that way we should enjoy the work. Yes, we completed this, we completed the compliance is completed and compliance is accepted. Yes, everyone should enjoy. But point is, where this organization level achievement is there, then only the people will put the enjoyment in the organization. Like if the company got the 0483, they will enjoy. If the company got the EIR, they will enjoy. Or if the company got the UGMP certification, they will enjoy. Or any regulatory certification, they will enjoy. But if small projects are completed, for example, if there is a project of implementation of computerized system, and if you implement it successfully within a specified time, you should celebrate it. You should enjoy it with celebration. But this is lacking in most of the organizations. So even in some companies, I've seen that be happy while working. They are happy, they are laughing. Boss will look at them in a serious mode, thinking that why they are laughing. That means if they are laughing, boss will think that they may be crying. That is the in some company, this type of cultures are there. Please understand this point. I request all the bosses or all the heads to look into this. The next point is follow up on the task. I think there will be some 10-15 minutes more, so please bear with me, because there are 21 steps. Otherwise what happened is, I thought that put only 10-15 steps in this slide, and then I can this presentation that I was thinking, but then I started to complete 21. Okay, so please be with me. There will be some 15 minutes more requirement. Okay, follow up. So always I remember that there is a difference between the follow up and micromanagement. You should have the follow up. So you should have, that is and not the micromanagement. Right? The next is install some instant messenger or system for communication. So in most of the company, I have seen that they have all the communication through email only. If any requirement is there, the person will say send me the email. If something is required, they will say send me the email. Why you are so much of email holic? Why? If any urgent work is there, if some quick message need to be given. If any some serious failure is there, if serious non-conformance is there, serious error is made by somebody, you need to have some instant messenger system through which you can immediately escalate to the higher ups as well as in the team that yes, this happens. This happened immediately, so please be careful. And it should be a positive note, not negative. Please understand this. Positive note means what? It can be escalated immediately so that immediately it can be focused and it can be rectified with corrective and preventive actions. Hope you got my point. Many people, what they will say, okay, this happened, okay, send me the mail, I will check it and I will reply you. This is not the good culture. Please understand this. The next point is, keep the office fresh and tidy. If your office, the workplace, office means the workplace, I put the word office, but my point is keep the workplace fresh and tidy. If your workplace is not fresh, if it is not tidy, then the people will make the mistakes. People will make the error. For example, I will give one example. If a small space is given to the quality control laboratory person, analyst, and that two analysts are given a small space adjacent to each other, there may be possibility of exchange of some glasswares and there may be possibility of a failure in the analysis. Please understand this. Always remember, you have to provide a proper, fresh and tidy space. I always found that there is always a lacking resources for cleaning the area. If the table is clean, immediately the table should be clean. If the table is dirty, sorry, immediately the table should be clean. If the floor is dirty, immediately the floor should be clean. I'm not only focusing on the laboratory, but as I have, I'm sharing with you. And you about subjects other than work. I found that the managers, bosses, specifically I am not, manager is not a designation, manager is the boss basically, where I am using the word manager. So most of the bosses, what happened, they will only speak about the work. Yes, what happened about this work, what happened about the task. Okay, you do the follow up, but suppose in a day, once a day you are taking the follow up. Maybe in the evening you are taking the follow up, or maybe in the afternoon you are taking a follow up as per your convenience. Other than that, when you are interacting with the people, you chat with the people, you ask about the people, about their family, you discuss about the what they like, what they don't like. You understand the people, because you are not dealing with the robots, you are dealing with a human being. And when you start discussing with the normal things with respect to other than work with the other team member, then you will develop the good attitude in the people and people will focus about the quality. In one of the company, in the production, I will tell you, purposely I told in one to one of the operator that average weight of the machine was under setting, and the tablet machine was under setting, and the pressure was at the lower side, hardness was at the lower side. I told the operator that it is in the limit, you go and run the machine, the problem. But he told, no sir, I have to focus on the target hardness only, then only I will start the machine. This is how it is developed. This right attitude need to be developed in that workman, in that employee. Please understand this. And how it can be developed? This can be developed by building the confidence in the person, and whatever I am discussing since last 13-14 slides, that develop the person. The point with respect to developing the quality culture is arrange separate meeting areas for different kinds of work. So you need to have a separate conference. Okay, I agree with that. But sometimes what happened, conference is not only for the meeting room. Understand this point. Sometimes you will require the conference You have to give that conference to work only one or two people in the conference. For example, suppose you are preparing the trend. Understand this point, okay? You are preparing the trend on suppose deviations, and you have suppose 1,000 deviations. And if the small desk is there, and all deviations are paper based, there are 5 to 6 files are there. How the person will able to prepare a proper trend by evaluating all these type of files? Person will require more space, more quiet, cool finite. So you can allot the separate area to that person during that activity. So you need to do that. So if you give that person the conference room, yes, you go in the conference and do this work, no problem. Or if you want to prepare a compliance, I always tell, I am working in audit and compliance, and even I am writing the compliance for many companies also. So I always tell the people that I want the quiet and private area. Nobody should disturb me when I am preparing the compliance. Only one person should be there with whom I can speak about the things to get the clarity. And I will put it, and then I will verify the team, and then I will verify in the shop floor and all whether the. So always remember that if you do the time, if you give the specific area, then the quality of the work will be very different and very. So the 15th step of developing the quality. Remember, in one of the company I was doing the job, I was doing the job. I was doing the wrong slide. So in that company, my boss used to give me conference room to do some different works, to draft the compliance, to evaluate the trend, to evaluate some critical complaints, to evaluate the recall. I used to go to conference and I used to do the job. I used to tell that please log the conference. I am inside. Please log the conference, and I used to do the work. And after 2 years, share the expertise. This is always a good habit or idea to share the expertise with each other. How you can share the expertise? You can share the expertise by providing the frequent on-job trainings. People will feel that on-job training is a one-time activity. It is not the right way. So that way you can develop, you can share the expertise. Second thing, you can organize the external trainings, or you can organize the external discussion by the external trainers or external experts, so that you can share the expertise. Or you can organize some discussion platforms in the organization where the people can share the expertise. This way, the people can develop their knowledge and develop their own development. People will develop their own instinct. People will develop their own thought level by sharing the expertise. The next is ethics. I have seen, when I was working in a quality, the people will come to know this example. When I am giving this example, I used to tell my boss that please, I am here for quality, please do my job, let me do my job. But the problem is, every day, whole day, I was put in the meetings. The meeting may be the dispatch meeting, the meeting manufacturing planning, the meeting with the suppliers meeting, the meeting may be the equipment manufacturers meeting, whatever. Can we reduce the meetings? In most of the companies, you will also agree with that. Even most of the quality heads, if they are going through this discussion, this training session, they will come to know that they are also whole day in different meetings. So due to what happened, they could not focus on their job. Their job is for the quality. They are paid for that job, but they could not focus on the job. And if some meeting is required, let the meeting should be very short, relevant, and to the point. That means what? decide that okay, we need to discuss this one, okay, discuss this in half an hour, go plan half an hour meeting, come back again, do the work. That way you need to plan. But I like and so don't uh, suggest to have the whole team. Okay. Eighth point is build a team. I always suggest that you have to build the good team in the organization. You will never get the best experts. You don't require the best experts. Please understand this. You need people with the right intention, with the right attitude, with the right mindset. That people you need. You can pay the money, you can pay double the money, you can get the more employee in your organization, but you cannot develop the good attitude and good minds. Always remember this. Whenever I was working in the organization and whenever I was discussing my management, I used to tell my manager used to tell, my boss used to tell, that why we need to increase this much of salary, otherwise we can get the income person. I used to tell that person to my boss that, my dear friend, you may get not a 2% in the you may get a 3%, but will you get the same attitude, the person with the same attitude what this person is having? Will you get the same mindset of this person with the same person is having? You will never get the good mindset. And how you can develop good attitude, good mindset? By building a good team. Please understand this thing. The next point, which is I am just moving to clear the things. It is already 7 minutes are over. So, use stable qualities. So, FDA has given different metrics are there. There is a guideline by FDA. I put this slide from the FDA only. So, of course, quality metrics plays a very important role in developing the quality culture, but it should be practical. Basically, the metric should not be impractical or unrealistic. The metric should be practical and easy to track, and it should not be time consuming. In one of the company, again I am telling you the example, the quality metrics, the KPI, key performance indicators, there were about 25 different metrics were there, key performance indicators were designed, and every month they were edited. So all the senior people were involved, were get engaged in preparing the presentation, collecting the data, evaluating the KPIs and all every month. About 1 week for all the heads was waste of time instead of putting focus on quality, actual quality requirements. So this is my message to 9 steps. And the 20 step, bring in. I always recommend all people, if you want to build a good quality culture, you have to bring automation in your organization. So many people culture and not. See, if somebody is not having the habit to make the proper entry, if somebody is not having the habit to make an online entry, if somebody is not having to be focused while making the entry, if you put the computer system or automation, the person's habit will change. Person will come to know that if I made any change, immediately it will be escalated. Immediately the people will come to know. Or instrument also will not, software also will not allow to go ahead. So that way, the automation will play a very important role. As the contemporaneous activity is a requirement, right? Online activities. So if you put the automation or computerized system, then automatically the entries will get online and you will comply the requirement. People will have the habits. Now many people will have the questions, that in our company the people don't know how to write the deviation, how to write the investigations and all. For that, we are providing training and all, how to evaluate, how to review completely to the people. We are providing the training. But due to this reason, the company is not implementing the computerized system. That is the problem. So my always point to all of you is, if due to this reason that the people are not aware how to write, what to write, and due to this reason if you are not implementing the automation, then remember that about 10 years before, people were same asking the question, if we implement the chromatography software in the quality control instrument, then people are not habituated and they will make lot of errors and all. That was the worry, same type of worry they were having 10 years back. And now you come to that, most of the companies, even I will say the 100% of the company in India, pharmaceutical company in India, they have the chromatography softwares. And people are adjusted to follow that software. So that is the reason I always tell that if you want to build a good quality culture, you have to bring the automation in the organization. And of course, it will help to comply the data integrity requirement. Last step of you can say developing the quality culture is treat employees as the human beings. Please. I have seen some companies, where employees are considered as just a resource. Means, the one part of that resource, that's it. Employees are the great resource. Please understand this. They are not robots. So you need to understand that the person who is working should be trustworthy and hardworking. So how you can develop? You have to be transparent with the person. Your subordinate should have that much of confidence that whatever the reason he or she is telling to you, you will give the leave as per the required rules, of course. Okay. So most of people have the habit to give the wrong reasons to take the leave, so that can automatically lead to the different culture or wrong culture, because all the activities will be done by the human being only, and the manual error or the human based errors are the prone in most of the organization. So you have to treat the people, they are really treated worth. How you feel that your boss should be how you feel that your boss should treat you, same way you should treat your subordinates or your employees. Please understand this thing, because I have seen that most of the recall I have seen, the recalls were due to the human error or manipulation or the personal error. And out of that, most of the recall were due to not treating the people. As this training requires the 2 days completely, where I can give a lot of practical examples, practical case studies to understand in a more detailed way how further different activities you can do and all. It is a 2 days complete session to build a quality culture. I try to cover here. These are the key messages that culture is a need for the organization. You can get work done, but you focus on how you will develop the right attitude with the right mindset. That you need to focus. Once the culture is developed, new employees. Yeah, this is also third point I like very good. If you develop the good work culture or good, you can say the quality culture, then what happens if a new employee comes also, he or she will adjust. But if you have a bad culture, not good quality culture, then what happens? See, there are 29%. I got it where they confirm that they don't have the quality culture. So if the 71% are there who are telling that they are they have the companies where they have the good quality culture. So if one of the person from the 71% company move to the 29% company, they will also develop in the bad practices. You got my point. But if one person from a 29% company where they don't have the quality culture, if that one person goes and work in a good culture company, having a good culture, definitely the person will also get understand and acquainted with the good culture. And of course the periodic upgradation is very important when we are discussing about the good quality. You find I have to share that and for the YouTube membership program. So in YouTube there are if you go through the join, there are three buttons are there: GMP, CGMP, and Advanced GMP. Many people have some personal questions. Somebody will have the questions about the validation. Somebody will have the question about the some specific questions about their company. So if you want to solve, or if you have some question about the specific to your company, you can go for Advanced GMP membership program and you can ask the questions, so that I can actually guide you with respect to what need to be done. Otherwise, if you need some specific training discounts and GMP updates and all, you can have CGMP or GMP type of membership program. Second thing, if you need some certification also, then this will be help to get the free certification to all people. Okay, so I am preparing now a separate plan for certification with the discussion or with the training also. Now see, I don't have the certification and all, but now my team is working on the certification also, so that once you register for the training program, you will get the certification also. So that certification will be given to the all the registered people who are the membership program. So that way you can take the benefit of the please subscribe this YouTube channel so that you get the free notification about the all the training sessions. Second thing, you can share the link. Same link will be valid for all the your team members. Same link you can share, because whatever I am discussing, it is automatically getting backup recorded. A recording is in the backup server of a YouTube, and it will be visible with the same link. You can share the same link to your colleagues so that they also can get benefit from this, and you can share with your so they will also come to know that what are their roles and responsibilities. Hope you are clear with this requirement. If you have any questions, you can put in the, you already put in the chat box. I request all people to join the training 10-15 minutes before the time period, so that I can I can consider this a point while the discussions. Okay, so let us start our questions. Some questions are there. Mr. Arnold Bhaskar is asking, could you please explain which section of USFDA PICS MHRA guideline talk about quality culture? My dear friend, you can go through the data integrity guideline by USFDA, PICS and MHRA. You will come to know all this requirement. Okay, and still if you don't get it, you can send a message in the comment section. I will share the link of the guideline. Sashi Gupta is asking, sir, what is this? Please talk in Hindi. See, my dear friend, everything now guidelines are in English. We are in a pharma company. All the documents are English. So I think we need to discuss in the English. Okay. Amos Adikar is asking, need a PPT. Okay, I will share the link. Just a minute. Just a minute. Be with me so that I can share the link. You can download the I am typing the message, so you can link to download the PPT. So this link will be valid only for a couple of days, so you can download immediately as soon as you receive the link. Okay, there are some other questions. Are there good training, sir? Mr. Prashant Pandey is asking good training. Pro Gamer OP is asking that very informative. Thank you so much. Please subscribe this YouTube channel if you are not subscribed, and please like this so that the people will also like this. Okay. Okay, so I have shared the link. Mr. Nalluri Venkateshwara Rao is asking request PPT. So I have shared the link, Mr. Nalluri. You can download the training presentation from this link. Okay, so I think there are no any questions. Thank you so much. See, and before closing this training session, I just want to share the poll results. The 72% people confirm that their company is having a quality culture, but 28% people are specified that the company is not having a quality culture. So thank you so much for your attendance. Thank you so much, and ensure all time compliance. Thank you so much. Now I am ending the training session because already 20 minutes are over, and we will see you on the coming Wednesday. I will be with the new topic, and also coming Saturday also I will be with the new topic. So meantime, thank you so much, and ensure all time compliance. Thank you so much.